What's good, everybody? It is your boy Snarky Mark from the Flats Entertainment, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about what happened on AEW Dynamite last night. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot of it. And when I say a lot of it, I mean the footage from All-In at Wembley that they finally decided to air. So we're going to get right into that and discuss it. Alright, so boom, let's get into it. For those of you who are watching this, you probably already know what took place yesterday on Dynamite, and you already probably know about the situation that happened at All In, so we won't dive too deep into that. There's different sources and things you can check out in order to find out exactly what went down, but just the short version is CM Punk and Jack Perry, some of you may know him as Jungle Boy, they got into an altercation. They got into a back and forth backstage before CM Punk's match and after Jack Perry's match. According to CM Punk on the Ariel Vani show, CM Punk said they got into a little discussion. Jack Perry said, "Well, you should do something about it." CM Punk said, "Well, I only choked him a little bit," until Samoa Joe told him to stop, and then that was pretty much the end of that. So, in response to what CM Punk said on the show, on top of that, CM Punk also said how Tony Khan was not a great boss, how he's a great guy and a good person, but an incompetent boss, more or less. So, as a response, AEW announces at like 1 in the morning this weekend that they were going to finally air the footage that happened backstage at All In. Now, the footage we're not going to air on here because of copyright issues and all that, but pretty much what went down was a lot of people were wondering, are they really going to air the footage? Are they really going to talk about it? Are they really going to put that on there, or is it going to be a joke? A lot of reports say, hey, they're telling us that this is the real deal. A lot of people are saying, hey, they're actually going to show it. So that left us a little curious. What were they actually going to do with this footage? What was the end game here? Well, we know what the end game is as fans. We know that their goal was to boost the ratings a little bit, get a little boost in the ratings and all that, and that's fine. In my opinion, that's fine. If you're trying to boost ratings, it's a great tactic, a great ploy to boost ratings. But we were all wondering what was going to transpire from this. Are they just going to show it just to show it, or are they going to use it in some angle or something? Also, the fact that they decided to even announce airing this footage just a little while after Punk's interview really left us wondering, is the footage going to disprove what Punk said? Is it going to make CM Punk to be a liar or something like that? So we were very curious as to what was going on. And then finally the day came last night. If you're watching this in real time, if you're watching this, just weeks or years ahead of time, then no, that does not happen last night. But if you're watching this on April 11th, 2024, then last night, April 10th, this took place. They finally aired this video. And to be honest with y'all, I don't know if their plan worked out the way they expected it to. In my personal opinion, it backfired. Now, just a short note before we dig any further into this. This is not a WWE versus AEW tribalism video. That's not what this is. WWE has its own flaws. We're not even getting into that. We're talking strictly about AEW and the video they aired. So there's nothing in this video where I'm going to say WWE is better in this aspect or that aspect. No. I love WWE. I love AEW. We at the Flats Entertainment as a whole, we love both companies and all the other companies as well. So we're not getting into a tribalism debate. This is strictly about what took place on AEW. I am not going to compare the two. Matter of fact, just for people to not even have that notion in their head, I'm not going to even, besides now, not even mentioning WWE in this video. Unless I'm referring to CM Punk. That's the closest thing that you'll get to me mentioning WWE. Just so I can emphasize, this is not a tribalism debate. This is strictly me giving my thoughts and opinions on a company that I love to watch and how I think their actions backfired on them. So as I stated earlier, if the reason to post this video or to finally air this video was to disprove what Punk said, then that did not do the job at all, because what transpired in that video is almost verbatim as to how Punk recounted it on the podcast that he was on. Almost verbatim in the video. And like I said, we're not airing it, so you can go watch it somewhere else. It's all over social media. But in the video, Jack Perry is coming backstage. He's coming from the ramp, coming into the backstage area. Punk is walking towards Jack Perry, and they have a talk. The talk lasts about maybe 20 seconds or so. And then all of a sudden, Punk shoves him and then puts him in a headlock. When he puts him in a headlock, a lot of people rush over, including Samoa Joe, and they get Punk off of him. And the scuffle itself probably lasted literally 6 seconds. That's all it was. And that's exactly what Punk said. Punk said, I choked him a little bit. Now, while his actions were not right, if the point was to disprove what he said, then that did not do the job at all, because it's pretty much proving what he said. And like I said, I don't condone what he did. I don't know what was said, because from the videos I saw, there was no audio. But it did not prove that Punk is a liar. So let's mark that off. So maybe that wasn't the reason they did it. Maybe the reason they did it was to start another storyline. I don't know. Let's talk about that. So, if this was to start a new storyline, let's see how effective it was. You tell me. I'll lay it out for you, and I'll give you my opinions. But in the comments, you tell me if this works out or not. So, the Young Bucks, they decided that they were going to commentate on the video, and they said that this was all a setup by FTR, who they're feuding with right now. They said this was set up by FTR so that they could distract the Young Bucks, because FTR is friends with CM Punk and the Young Bucks are friends with Jack Perry. So pretty much that's the whole angle. That's it. It doesn't get any deeper than that. They said, y'all got this to happen so that we could be distracted because our friend was being beat up. Pretty much. To me, it's asinine, y'all. You can tell me. It's your opinion. But to me, that storyline is asinine. Now look, I watch AEW for the amazing matches that it has. I go to WWE for the storytelling. This is not me comparing the two. This is me saying what I like about each company. So I don't watch AEW for these grandiose storylines. So that's fine that it didn't build up. But if their sole purpose was to build up a story, it was awful. So let's look at another reason. Maybe it's a reason to reintroduce Jack Perry. Well, if you're trying to reintroduce Jack Perry, which some people thought before the video aired, maybe there's a clip where Jack Perry roughs CM Punk up a little bit. Nope. Maybe there's a thing where Jack Perry squirms out of it. Nope. Maybe there's a thing where Punk didn't get him as good as he said in the interview. Nope. He had the headlock pretty cinched in before it was broken up. So if the goal is to bring Jack Perry in, you're making him look weak. Everything backfired. Look, like whatever motive there was, besides a rating pop, which they're denying it was for a rating pop, but we know it was for a rating pop. Yeah, you probably got a rating pop in that moment, but online, a lot of people started tuning out after that. A lot of people, they had footage of fans over there. They were booing you because of it. They were booing you and chanting CM Punk, and I know that is not the reason you wanted to do that. You're honestly just putting more eyes on CM Punk. You're honestly just making CM Punk look like a badass and someone who tells the truth. Nothing that was done in this video helped AEW. So I really hope they're able to get it together from this, because this video did nothing for them. If you like this video, please like it, give our page a subscription, and you can have a great day.